Hi. Bit of audio glitches, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just when we start now. And here we are. And it's just due to the stream, nothing to do with the game itself. So, last time we had just lost to Dark Samus. I'm going to try to fight her again without leveling up. I feel like if the fight went better, we can probably do it. I do want her to be kinda harder than the rest of the game. Punctuates the game a little more when you have a few harder parts, a few harder fights to look forwards to. What was I doing? I'm assuming Pursuit's the best here, since Shelter has... Hello there, what's up, Pika Mule Meows? It's a long name, I hope I got it somewhat close to right. So yeah, Shelter didn't really do anything to hurt me here. Boop. Gotta have Mysterior for Kadabra though. Yeah, it was way better than other people. Yeah, I use my real name on Twitch, and people still have never have any idea how to say it because it's in Portuguese. How are you? I'm okay. I'm having a little bit of art block. I'm not feeling very efficient with art and been kind of busy lately, so I decided to give myself a bit of a break and keep going ahead with this playthrough because I want to be done with it. Like, I want to only play on stream, so I have to play it on longer chunks, but I want to be done with it in a reasonable time to post this version of the game already. I am going to definitely... What's up, Largan? Subscribed again! I thought your subscription still had some time to go. But thanks so much for the subscription. I'm going to switch out because I want to keep Mysterior. What should I be? I'll send Cor. Oh, and Orlek too. What's up? How's it going? Just saw you finished Mega Man Walnut on Twitch, on Twitter. Give it a like. I kinda wanna play Mega Man Legends again, but I know I'm not going to like it as much as I did back in the day. Oh, the thing about X against fighting type is I turn the type of whatever move hits me, and I am going to turn fighting, and then fighting is going to be super effective, you know. Should I try to get some damage in with aerial ace, which is super effective? I think not, because my attack is bad and his defense is good. I'll see if I can set up Reflect before being knocked out. No, I'm just gonna be knocked out, yeah. Yeah, oh well, Metroid's gonna have to take care of it. I made the rivals team to be pretty good against all starters, to have stuff that's, you know, have a counter to basically all starters. So since I'm using only starters, it can be kinda rough. I wonder if Shockwave does a lot. Maybe it doesn't have a lot of special defense. Ooh, it has Rock Throw. Oh, that Rock Throw really sucks. Even though it's super effective, it doesn't do that much. Oh, no. Shockwave doesn't do much. But a Dragon Rage would probably take it out now, but we took a lot more damage than I wish at this point. This is not looking great. Maybe I'll just leave her for a little bit later then. Like, I'll keep going with this try, but not looking so good. Do I have anything that's good against the Metroid? I don't think I do. Interior has metal and dark. Yeah, not really. He's going to sludge it. Try to poison. Oh, Vice Grip didn't do a lot. Come on, poison so I win this out. Actually, I think another sludge is going to kill it anyway. I've been playing Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon lately, and I've been loving it so far. Game is super cool. Well, glad you like it. Yeah, I'm super big. Oh, yeah, it actually beat me. Realized Dragon Rage did more damage. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Fire Emblem. Shadow Dragon, as I mentioned, is kind of not my favorite. In part because I really value like good art in game, and the art in the game just really sucks. But yeah, it's a super. I don't know. I like Fire Emblem so much more than other tactics games. I really always look for stuff that's more like it. I love how you attack and you try to advance as much as you can, but then at the end of the turn you want to have like a strong defense against the enemies that you're seeing. Have a strong front, leave all your vulnerable units well protected. I like that back and forth. So yeah, I really enjoy that. The other ones is more like just kind of playing D&D and controlling every unit, where they go in like order of speed and stuff. That's also fun, but I don't find it quite as like compelling to play. Fire Emblem is one of those games that I have to like stop myself from just playing way too much. Yes, a big fan of the pre-render models. Yeah, the pre-render model looks pretty bad, and like the portraits. The portraits kind of look like they used the PS2 model as a base and then kind of drew a little bit on them on the Photoshop. It looks really bad. So I only have Mysterio. I have to survive the Taurus now. I use glare and hope for good paralysis luck, I guess. But yeah, and the Fire Emblem, like the GBA ones look so cool. I really love. Oh, it's you, scary face, not the glare. Okay. It has some really stylish, like low models that I really like. Pegasus Knights are really cool, but they died to a level 1 arrow. Yeah, Pegasus Knights, like they have low defense and a weakness to arrows, so they're one of the strongest, like, there's a whole strengths and weaknesses, kind of cycle for things. Like knights will die a lot to magic, magic users will usually be really physically weak, but the Pegasus Knight weakness to arrows really compounds with their stats and makes them super weak. But they're also super versatile, so they're kind of, they have some of the best benefits and the biggest weakness, because they can just fly over all terrain. Like they have the highest move speed of any unit, and they don't care about terrain, so they can go crazy places. Especially in games that have like the rescue mechanic, you can really use them to do some crazy good maneuvering. But yeah, a weird thing about my playthrough of Shadow Dragon is you might notice when your unit levels up, like they show, it goes bling bling bling, which stats leveled up. Now, like the likelihood of each of those stats leveling up is determined by like the individual character plus the class they're currently in, but it's basically a roll of the dice. And you can just get better or worse rolls. Like you can have just one of them level up or 5 level up. There's not like a set thing because of their level. Some characters will level up stronger than others. Just overall, like their total stats are going to end up higher. And Kaida, she used to be like romanized as Shida, and now it's more like Kaida, so I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Matt's girlfriend, the Pegasus Knight. In my playthrough, she just leveled up really, really well, and she was super strong. Rage is... I could have taken out the Taurus if Rage was a little bit more decent. Rage is a lot worse than I thought. Like if I had just used Iron Tail from the beginning, Paralysis luck was good enough that I would have won with Iron Tail. That was a bad play. But I'm not going to like try for luck again. I'm going to keep moving ahead and do some other stuff first. What should I do now then? I guess I can start Sylph Company. I'm pretty sure. Can I start Sylph Company? But anyway, yeah, she was crazy good. So after a while, she even had pretty decent defense. Like, it wasn't a good. I'm going to try rival again. It's going to be such a huge back and forth. I guess I could clear some of the road down here, or is this Snorlax on the way? Well, I'll just the people in the pier. So yeah, she was crazy strong to even like physical units, so that plus her move speed, she was just destroying the game. I think it's pronounced Side, which is kind of a weird name in Spanish, so they use the Japanese version Shide. Yeah, she's one of my favorite characters. Wing Spear, the Wing Spear is super cool. I remember Wing Spear is like a special weapon in this game. I don't really remember that one, but yeah, she was absolutely my MVP in Shadow Dragon. I just wish someone made a mod by like importing other portraits of these characters, like from there's like a early 2000s I think, or late 90s trading card game for Fire Emblem that's older than the modern one. That has some really cool anime style drawings of the characters from the original. It started with Genealogy, then Tracia, and then they went back and did the sort of Light Shadow Dragon, like Mystery of the Emblem stuff. It's a weapon only she can use, I think. Oh, yeah, I just totally forgot about its existence. And I played the story like twice. I even started like the NES version, but I didn't go very far in that one. But I played the SNES and the DS. Yeah, she's pretty good. This NES version is just way too hard. Like, it gets absurd as you go on. I guess you really have to think about who you're going to level up to even have a chance late game. It's so easy to progress in the older Fire Emblem games and just not do good enough for the game to be viable. Like at the end, you just need to get to the end strong, otherwise it's going to steamroll you. Like, let alone losing units. Like, you can lose units. I usually play modern Fire Emblem, where if I lose a unit, I just let them be lost, you know. I play it like, what would you call it? Like hardcore mode or Iron Man or something. Like, I just don't reload, you know. I try to keep it fair because new Fire Emblems allow that. In older Fire Emblem, if you like put experience into a unit, like you invest in them and then you lose them, you're just completely screwed. I'm on chapter 16 and I'm trying to recruit every single character. Yeah, I've also, you know, sometimes in my second playthrough I'll like take a walkthrough or something and figure out how to recruit everybody, because sometimes it can be kind of obscure how you do it. Sometimes I just can't figure it out and they're like dying and I'm like, okay, fine. Because some characters are really obscure, like maybe sometimes you need to talk to them with like one character and the story doesn't really give you any hints that they know that character. Like early on they really do, like there's like the brother of the Cavalier with kind of the pointy hair that kind of looks like Tristan from Yu-Gi-Oh! At least his old school sprite does. I don't really remember that much how they look in the new one, but it's like the red hair guys. And like he says right away, like he makes it really clear that like, that guy's his brother. So he's kind of the tutorial to this mechanic. To, like, pay attention to the story and you're going to know who you need to talk to that guy with. But later on, sometimes there's some people that just like I had no idea they would know each other. Maybe there's some kind of way, like they mentioned where they're from and it's the same place as the other, something like that. But sometimes I just have no idea. Or sometimes like a character, like you see a character and like they're a pretty anime character, so okay, they're definitely recruitable. But sometimes they're not recruitable in that chapter yet, and you just have to keep them alive and they'll be recruitable in another chapter. And there's not a lot of way to know that. So that kind of sucks because, you know, if you're supposed to recruit them in that chapter and you just keep them alive, then you're going to lose them anyway. So yeah, I feel like sometimes they could give you more hints about that. Who needs leveling up? Well, I'm going to awaken Ridley. Where do I have? Oh, no, awake. Oh, here they are. Wake up. Okay. Yeah, I really like the characters from the original Fire Emblem, which is this one. It's another reason why I kinda don't like having them have such boring portraits. But yeah, they're really likable. They're such like archetypes of their classes. Like I feel like future members of their class are always like inspired by them. So yeah, I've really enjoyed the game so far. I'm excited to see how the series evolves. I guess my next one will be Echoes, the remake of Gaiden. That makes sense. Echoes, I really like Echoes, but it's a really different Fire Emblem. The others would be a lot more similar to what you saw in Shadow Dragon, because Fire Emblem 2 was really different from the original. A lot of NES games, like the sequel, was completely different. Like Zelda 2, Castlevania 2. But yeah, so is Fire Emblem. In some ways, it looks a little bit more like an RPG. Like the encounters are still like strategy, but it's a lot like it's more of like a square arena without that complicated of a design. And there's like dungeons that you're walking inside. There's like towns, you go into town. So it's really different, but I really liked it. And then Echoes did a lot of different stuff. There's no a weapon degradation. You get to just equip a weapon. And you just have like one item per character, so they can either like have a health restoration item, or they have like a thing that raises a stat. So it makes you think more about it. Kind of like equipping an item in a Pokemon. A lot of them are like passive abilities, or like a berry where you recover a little bit of health. But I found it really interesting. There's no weakness triangle, I'm pretty sure there isn't. Although I really never felt it was that interesting, like it added that much to Fire Emblem strategy. It's kind of just another thing that you keep in mind. But I don't feel like it suffers from not having it. Okay, I'm just gonna switch out. Confusion's gonna take forever. And like, because there's no degradation, instead of having tomes, magic users use up their own HP using magic, and then like learn a series of spells that keeps adding up. Magic users are really strong and really interesting in this game. And I really like the characters. I mentioned this before, like just started with Awakening, but it was still okay, but mostly Fire Emblem Fates got really anime, like very weeby kind of anime, with like fan service and like really caricatural characters that don't feel like people. which I'm not a huge fan of. But it really swung back a lot with Echoes. I really like the art in Echoes, got more to my taste, but you know, they're all like well made art. I just like the design better in Echoes, and the characters got a lot better written. The characters are really likable and a lot more interesting in Echoes. And after Echoes, I could play GBA games and 3DS ones. Everyone recommended me Awakening. Yeah, I think Awakening feels really good. Like they have all those quality of life changes and it looks really pretty. Don't get me started on Anime Emblem. Yeah, not a huge. I am yet to finish Fates. I just didn't like it. Like the gameplay is actually good. I like that it has really different classes from the other games. I wish more games did that. Like I like the ninja type classes that are more like status based. Some of the progression stuff, how you get better weapons and the base thing are kind of mobile gamey. I'm not a huge fan, but yeah, it's really like a big thing that makes Fire Emblem like endearing is like that your units have character to them and they all have their little stories and they usually have like their little arcs and personalities and relationships. So when they're written in a way that doesn't appeal to you, that really takes away the draw from the game, and it's not my style at all. My 3DS became Fire Emblem Machine. Yeah. I even bought Three Houses. Yeah, I haven't gotten to play Three Houses, but I feel it's probably good. It doesn't look like it went over the top with the anime stuff, and it looked like it really changed gameplay, which I'm always in favor for. Like, as much as I really like the traditional Fire Emblem, where I feel like the GBA games are probably the most representative. Like, I have those games, and I actually, as I mentioned sometimes, I enjoy replaying games, getting to know them really well, kind of doing challenge runs and stuff, or just playing them the harder modes. So I really don't feel like I need them to release more Fire Emblems in the classic model. I would rather they try different stuff, even if it's not overall better. Like, I definitely prefer most Fire Emblems being like, the GBA ones, than them being like if they all were like Echoes. But I am glad that Echoes is different. It gave it, and I still really want to do a second playthrough of Echoes, because I don't know if this was the case in the original Fire Emblem 2, but they start you out with a bunch of the characters, like the first group of friends. They're all like villager class or something like that, which is kind of a sub-class, like below the level 1 class. Like in Fire Emblem, there's usually like a class in the promoted versions. This is like a sub-promoted class, which had existed in previous Fire Emblems, and you get to promote them to like either, I think it's something like warrior, or rather fighter. What is it? It's like a few basic classes, not fighter though. It's probably like cavalier, archer, mage, and like the healer class. And that's interesting because it's kind of like the original Final Fantasy. You can kind of have your group be any combination you want. So first time you're probably going to make them well distributed, but I was kind of interested in trying out a run where like I made them all spellcasters or something. Oh, Poison Point, that sucks. I'm going to switch out right away. I need Mysterior for Kadabra. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh no, already lost half health. So I wanna do that again. But yeah, it's really likable. I really like both the protagonists. Ian Echoes, they're great. Of the old school ones, I would really only recommend, unless like you're super into Fire Emblem and decide you want to play all of them, I only really recommend Tracia, and after you've played a lot of the others, because Tracia is harder than hard mode in any, like normal mode Tracia is harder than hard mode on a modern Fire Emblem. I would say normal mode Tracia, using the cheat code where all of your characters have the faster XP ability, which is a thing you should Google, is still harder than hard mode in modern Fire Emblem. And I do recommend using the cheat on your first playthrough, because that game is insane. As are, you know, old Fire Emblems. The only ones that doesn't call my attention are the GameCube and Wii ones. Is only one. Which console is that for? Is for the Super Nintendo. It was one of the last games that came out for the Super Nintendo. The original one was actually one of those that you would download onto a cartridge, but then they did like a physical release, which is actually really rare. Body Slam is really strong. The GameCube and Wii ones are actually really good. Like the graphics don't call a lot to, but one thing I definitely say is deactivate battle scenes in all of those. There are already 3D models walking on the map, and they already like do the little fight animations. I play most Fire Emblems without battle scene, but except for the 3DS ones where you can like fast forward it or skip it whenever you like, then I just leave it on and do that. But I tend to have them off most of the time, and especially in that game it looks pretty good with the battle scenes off because the models are still doing all the animations. What should I unlearn? I really don't know. Oh, it may even paralyze. I'm going to learn it over Sludge. Because I don't want to with maybe status, because yeah. Just for the higher, and because I'm more of a physical attacker. But they're actually really good. The stories are some of the better ones. I really like Fire Emblem has this thing with lords, where the main character is always a lord. I like that Ike, which is from the GameCube one, is like a mercenary, and he's kind of the most likable character, and the stories are a little bit more serious, kind of like older Fire Emblem. So I do really like those. They're actually really good. They're kind of overlong in my opinion, especially the Wii one, which is kind of a sequel to it, although like you follow some different characters and then you meet up with Ike later. They're really, really long. And they have some weirdnesses about them, but they get pretty good. It's kind of weird. I'm going to try out Body Slam. It's kind of weird. That wasn't bad. Yeah, I'm definitely meaning out. Like the order, like you played Shadow Dragon. That's a really good start, in part because the Fire Emblem, like the original Fire Emblem, really teaches you about the units, like a few at a time. And like, you know, when you get a knight and like fighters, is in a map there's a lot of little little islands with bridges, so it like pushes you towards noticing, oh, I can get like these tankier units, I can put them on a narrow thing and then I will like stop a bunch of enemies, and then in my turn I can try to make some headway, you know. You know, they teach you a little bit at a time, and they give you balanced teams. The GameCube one feels very much like they wrote a story first, and then whoever you happen to be on your team there, you had them. So you have really unbalanced teams. Sometimes a lot of times you have like really strong characters in the middle of your team that just serve as experience sinks, so you tend to try not to use them. Or you have a bunch of one class and none of the other. Like some classes take way too long to get introduced. It's kind of weird. So I wouldn't recommend it as an early game, but they do get good. Oh, then I guess out those on my list, I might end up playing every single one. Lol. Yeah, I mean over time. One thing, I don't know. Fire Emblem is just one of the games that I'm most often just feel like playing. So I ended up over the years playing almost every Fire Emblem. But I'd leave those for like later. They're not like the best introduction. Taurus, what's up? I hope it doesn't outspeed. I'm just gonna screech it. Wow, it outsped me at 11 levels lower than me. It outsped me. That's pretty impressive. So Core X, let's try to survive, leave out this Taurus. Can we do it? Let's start with Reflect. KO Whip. Defense fell, but Reflect's going to more than compensate for that. Now Poison. So now normal type, shouldn't make much of a difference. There's Poison Gas. Hurt by Poison, come on. In gray. I'm going to outlast this bastard. The tail whips are not a bad strategy. Because I can't really stack Reflect, I can only put it back up whenever it's done. Aerial Ace, yeah, it's going to do nothing. I'm so glad giving the series a chance. I wasn't very interested, but now I feel attached and excited to play them. Yeah, it's cool to... You never know what's going to engage you. Like, I'm right now... Like, I don't get that much time to play, but I'm very slowly, like, people will remember for the stream, like, months ago I mentioned I started Mother 3. I'm playing it here and there, and it's so good. And I took forever to try it, because while I think Earthbound, which is Mother 2, I think it has a really good story. Oh, barrier head. I thought it had one more turn, but it was gone. This is bad. It's going to outspeed me, isn't it? Oh god, I'm going to die immediately. Oh, hello there, it's been a while. What's up, Neon? We're playing some Pokemons. Oh, I'm faster. That's great. But I'm still gonna die because there's still Kadabra left. Wait. Oh, I'm going to learn Bite. That's nice. Actually, Kadabra's definitely going to beat me. But well, I'll just come back with the XP and... Because okay, it can hurt me with psychic moves, but it definitely has coverage because I made this team to actually be good. So I'm pretty sure it has like Thunderbolt or some shit. It's going to like outspeed me and one-shot me, isn't it? Actually, I think I'm pretty fast, so if I one-shot it, I can probably win. Oh, I'm faster! Oh, that's awesome, okay. If it wasn't for Bite, I'd probably lose because Pursuit is not that strong. And my special attack's not that great. That's awesome, so we very barely beat Dark Samus. Oh, I didn't read the text, dang it. But it wasn't outside the box. How's your dex coming? I just caught a Cubone. Almost got a Marowak, but I went a little too hard on it. You know how it is. Well, I better get going. I clearly need to find stronger Pokemon. Catch you later. So I left in the implication that Dark Samus was the one who killed the Marowak. That you have to, you know, the Ghost Marowak. just to have her be more evil. So I have still 1 hour before going to bed, and I have no idea what to do. I don't know, aren't you playing any games? I do play any games. That's fun. You can just play any games then. um, Mother 3 is one of those few games that, even with the sound compression, it manages to have a great quality soundtrack. Yeah, I was just listening, like, while playing Scrabble with my girlfriend. We always put on, like, game soundtracks. And we were listening to Mother 3, and I even remarked on how good how it doesn't feel compressed. Even when there's, like, effects, like the bad guys have this song that plays usually when they're around, and then, like, you see their blimp or something going on in the distance, and there's, like, a version of their song as if heard in the distance, you know, and it sounds really real. It's really kind of impressive, but also not really in the mood for them. I don't know. Maybe watch a thing. Sometimes you don't have, like, all the energy. I very rarely, like, watch series and stuff. I think I'm going to start watching maybe today. No, not today. Maybe later tomorrow. Start watching JoJo Part 6. Because it isn't in Brazilian Netflix yet for some reason, even though they started posting JoJo. Like, JoJo is still a little far behind. I don't know. I think they wanted to post Part 5 first, and they're not done dubbing it. But I'm just going to pirate it then. I'm, you know, whatever. They want to take forever with it. Like, they could just have the subtitled versions, but they wait until they have dubbed versions too to post it. I think they don't want to, like, spread out the hype between, like, people who watch subs and dubs. They want everybody to be watching at the same time, so it's like, so, you know, there's hype for it. That just kind of sucks. I mean, I am watching something this, and I usually do something else while watching. Yeah, I get it. I don't know, maybe draw things. Is JoJo Part 6 out? Yeah, it started coming out on Netflix first. Like, it's going to air on TV, I think, later, but it's already out on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. Like, I saw stuff on Twitter about it. It started airing. I'm too lazy to set everything up. Yeah. Have you ever tried doing pixel art? Sometimes I would do, like, earlier when I would mess with pixel art, it was kind of because, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of do something on the side while I watched something, and it's easier to just open Paint and, like, click around and, like, push away my keyboard, move everything around, get my drawing tab. It just feels like more commitment. Oh my god, I need to watch that. Yeah, should be, like, yeah, should be on Netflix's. I don't know if your Netflix has it and how far the Spanish version is. If not, you can also. I thought JoJo was coming out December 1st. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was just, like, trailers and stuff that people were talking about and posting images on Twitter. I thought Netflix were coming out first. Like, I'm pretty sure they said that when they announced it, and that now it was already on Netflix, just not on, like, TV yet. But yeah, also if you have, like, a VPN thing or anything that changes your address, you should be able to watch it on American Netflix. To me, it's just more trouble to do that than, you know, just watch it on Kiss Anime or something. But yeah, you guys can Google stuff right now. Do tell me if you figure out whether or not it came out. I thought Netflix had put out a bunch of episodes. So yeah, Ridley is just going to bite his way through all of Pokemon Tower. But yeah, I'm looking forward to part 6. Of course, it's been forever since part 5. And I don't know, I always like Jolene's design. It just seems cool. Yeah, that's probably the next thing I'm going to watch. I did try to finally watch, in quotes, because I just do it while drawing, so I'm mostly listening to it. But I did finally watch Squid Game, which is okay. It just kind of feel like an anime. Maybe that's like just a Westerner's view of thing, of like my only experience with East Asian pop culture being anime, so I just compare everything to that. But because like cinema from Japan and Korea doesn't feel like that at all, but we didn't used to get that much like pop stuff. Like it's usually the movies from there that we watch are like quote good movies. So it just, I don't know, I kind of felt like an anime. It didn't feel like the characters felt a little bit flat, but it's still fun. I don't have Netflix at the moment, but Google seemed to say December 1st. Really? Oh, that sucks. I thought it was out. Must have been trailers or something. Boop. Oh, I think this is pretty good. This is a good item. I should give it someone. Who shall it be? Ooh, what do you have, Meowth? Another berry. Let's give it to Metroid because it's over leveled. The cleanse tag, pretty sure is like having a repel just all the time, as long as this Pokemon's in the front of the party. So that's really useful whenever you don't want encounters. JoJo's probably my favorite anime. It's really good. JoJo's kind of the only shonen anime that I really like at the moment. Like I had the ones that I have like nostalgia for, that I like growing up, but I do really like JoJo just because the style, like it's so offbeat and so quirky and weird and has such a cool, unique aesthetic that I do really like it. And like the ideas in it are just so crazy and interesting. I always like the kind of stuff. Like the power sets are really absurd and specific. Like I'm one of those people that thought the best part of Yu Yu Hakusho was like the house of the psychic guys after the Shadow tournament. So I really like JoJo, but it's not my favorite. My favorite right now is, I feel like, definitely Mob Psycho. I guess they're doing a season 3 of Mob Psycho, and I'm almost like apprehensive because like season 1 and 2 are so good that I don't want to see it fall in quality, you know? Do I have the black glasses, and did I give it to Mysterior? Because if I didn't, I should. I didn't give it. Let's see if I have it already. I feel like it's in the game corner. No? Yeah, I don't have it. Huh. I hope I didn't leave it behind. Well, anyway. If I get to late game, at some point I can backtrack for it. Not a fan of Baki's art style, but some reason I'm very interested in what it is about. I might end up watching it. Oh, I really do like the art style. I really like how the anime looks. They really captured but really elevated the art style of the manga. Like the art style of the manga, you know, the guy's not super good at drawing, like admittedly so. Like he draws in a very simplistic art style, but they really took something to make it like retain the personality but look amazing. I really love how it looks. It's really unique and cool, and it has like such. I don't know, like one of the things, like especially as you grow older, still watching anime, like so much anime, like is so emotionally mature, and to have one that's actually really mature and interesting and has like cool themes and explore, I don't know, explore stuff in an intelligent way, despite being like lighthearted. It's just really cool, and I find the characters really interesting and likable. It's really really good. Like I could not recommend it more highly, though of course everybody's going to have different tastes. I don't know exactly like what anime or what stuff you like, so I can say, you can never promise someone's not going to like something, but I shouldn't have paralyzed it because I won't have a way to stick a little. Actually, this is a good use for the really low attack stat from Core X. I can just very slowly take health away from it with aerial ace. But yeah, I really really like it. I mean, it looks fantastic, but the faces are so weird in a funny way. Yeah, they have like this really specific way of drawing faces, but it's kind of really expressive and interesting. The general vibe, singing and style of it kind of reminds me of like Mother games, for example. Funny how the characters crosses their eyes. I'm not sure. I know like they often have crossed eyes. I'm not sure. I'll try with a Pokeball. Let's see what happens. Cubone is like first form. Shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, got it. To reiterate, we're catching Pokemon just to have 60 Pokemon in the Pokedex by the time we get to the late game to go to the Sevii Islands. But yeah, I really like that. I guess for reference, I can mention like other anime that I like. My favorite anime before that was Furikuri, exclusively the original Furikuri. The sequels are not good. They're not really bad either, but the original is really good. And the sequels are kind of mediocre and don't really add much. I also really like Cowboy Bebop. As far as like kid stuff goes, I used to really like Rurouni Kenshin and Inuyasha. Inuyasha I feel like still maybe a little bit more to my tastes. Kenshin, I really like the early stuff, but later on it's kind of This is a channeler, right? I start talking. Cowboy Bebop is getting a Netflix adaptation, isn't it? Yep. I don't know. I might watch it if it seems good. One thing, like the main change, I often feel like, why would you even like remake? Like, why would you remake it? Like, what is this adaptation going to have that Cowboy Bebop, like the original, wouldn't have? With all these anime adaptations, like they're adapting it to a medium that is not as suited for because it was like designed to be, yeah, it's an encounter. Cool, I'll just get the hunter. I guess I can paralyze it because I can poison it. Ooh, curse. Okay, so I'm just going to switch out. What was I saying? Oh yeah, what are they going to add? Cowboy Bebop 1 doesn't have that much of an animated style, it's very movie influenced and kind of relatively realistic, so I don't think that it will look as bad. And they might change it a lot to make it not episodic, right? Like the original series is very episodic. Oh, it killed itself. Right, because I switched out, you can use curse again and kill itself. That sucks. Oh well. So you know, it might be interesting. The problem is, I feel like the more overarching stuff that would be like the criminal organization stuff with Vicious, um, it's kind of not that interesting. I feel like the best stories of Cowboy Bebop are the episodic ones, and that kind of stuff is kind of generic because it's made to just be kind of almost set dressing, you know, kind of give the style of the characters and the kind of noir, you know, tone to it, like you know the ex-lover and the rival, dark past gangster guy who's taking over, like this kind of basic, but it works when it's only in a couple of episodes, like being brought back once or twice. I don't know if it's going to carry a story that's going to be as good as the really good episodic stuff from Bebop. Like increasing the focus on that might just make it worse, not better. I'm going to switch immediately. Maybe use curse again. Yeah. Let's see. So okay. So I'm going to use. I'm just going to use Screech, and then catch it. My favorite anime art style is from Akazuki Chacha. I don't know how to say it. I don't even know if that's either like a person or an anime. Remaking in live action seems like a symptom of people not respecting animation as a medium, which sucks to me. Yeah, I kind of get that. I feel like there's a lot of people who just won't watch something if it's animated. But how many people don't want to watch animated things but will try out something that's like advertised as a remake of an animated thing? I don't know, it feels weird. Isn't it also like cheaper to make it live action? Although Bebop, you know, there's a bunch of spaceships and stuff, might not be super cheap. I tried to make pixel art, I failed and wasted 20 minutes. Well, I did not expect you to successfully make really good pixel art in your first 20 minutes of like attempting it. The idea is more like, you know, starting to the very early steps of like trying to learn how to do it or making your first attempt. But I failed a lot. Yeah, well, I don't even consider like that failing is a possibility in your early attempts. Like the idea is you're messing around with it, you're not like trying to succeed in any capacity, but okay. I feel like that's a bit harsh. It's a very 90s kid anime. It's super cute. I don't know if you meant like it's a very 90s kid anime or a 90s kid anime, like it's for 90s kids. Sorry to everyone for stopping for a sec, it will be quick. I'm just gonna Google it. Maybe I've seen it before. Oh, I've seen images of this. It's like a little Red Riding Hood looking girl. I get it. Okay. I feel like I like a lot how stuff was stylized in the 90s. Yeah, it looks cute. Wow, I'm really glitching between opening Chrome and then my Windows. I don't know why Windows does this. It just decides to like show you 100 notifications one after another. Like it seriously just showed me like 10 different things, including like emails, and it's still showing me more like a bunch of people who are live on Twitch. They didn't all get in Twitch at the same time. It just showed me like 5 emails and like more than that, like 7 or 8 emails and 7 or 8 like people who are on Twitch right now. It's still showing me people. More email. It just went crazy. So I can't catch it, right? I can only kill it, so let's go. I guess Iron Tail. Oh no. No, not from the 90s yet. Yeah, it looks cute. Yeah, I like a lot. I tend to find 90s styles generally more charming. There are a lot of anime from that time where I just really love how it looks. Like Rama 1/2 and Sailor Moon are just really cute looking. I don't know, I feel like they like simplify stuff more. Like early Dragon Ball Z versus late Dragon Ball Z. Like they simplified stuff more. Things just look a lot more rigid later. Like things have a very defined shape to them, and use more lines later on. But I like that simpler, stylized look. Also, like some stuff from the 90s that had like a lot of texture to it. It was like traditional animation, and sometimes they would do like a lot of texture in machinery and clothes and stuff. But the characters still have really stylized faces. I kind of like that style. An example is, what's it called? Gunsmith Cats. It's like an OVA thing that takes place in like 90s America. Anime America, which is basically like, you know how in Pokemon like the world revolves around Pokemon, or in like Fullmetal Alchemist the world revolves around alchemy. In Anime America the world revolves around guns, and everybody has guns all the time, and the main characters are both cops and own a gun shop. Early Detective Conan style was so cool, but later it went to shit. I think I know mostly early stuff, but it seems cute. But yeah, I don't even necessarily like recommend that anime, but it has a really cool art style. It's like back in the day, it feels like almost innocent in comparison to nowadays with anime, because that like Gunsmith Cats is kind of like an early like ecchi kind of anime, because like the two main characters are women, and for some reason they're going to like be like only a bra at some point, but like that's kind of it. And the like people look normal, like they look like people. They don't have completely ridiculous exaggerated proportions, and nobody's boobs are bouncing around like balloons. You know, even like a shonen anime is like thirstier nowadays than those anime were back in the day. Like the stuff that was supposed to be sexy. I'm losing to a Marowak. I'm probably just going to body slam it now, it should be fine, but... still going to hit me. If it kills me now, yeah, but there's no chance. Also off topic, but I wanted to say that after 1 week break of drawing, I tried some new things and it looks way better now, in my opinion. That's cool. I remember that a lot from when I was younger. It used to happen a bunch, where I would take a long time without drawing, and I would think like that I would be worse because I was out of practice. But that kind of caused me to like reboot my style of drawing a little bit. Like, you know, I ended up trying different stuff out, and I just came back better. Like, I don't know, I just refreshed the way I was drawing, and became better, and like started kind of a new phase. I kind of clear your head and get a fresh start with the stuff you learned. So yeah, I can relate to that. Did I take the upper or the lower path last time? I think it was the lower. Yeah. I think I even sent you on the newest one asking for an opinion. Was it the one that I already answered to, or did I not see this one? The one with the pelvis, yeah, that was the one that we talked about. Yeah, yeah. I felt like I have a hard time like expressing. Yeah, I didn't see Blargan saying it looks nice. Yeah, it looked really good. Like I hope I made that clear. Like when I started out by saying, it's generally good. I'm just going to try to help out if anything I can. I wish, like, when I said I kind of wish that was on stream so I could, like, express stuff better by, like, drawing it out and saying it with words. Putting it all in one text message is kind of difficult. But yeah, I hope it could help in some way. Unfortunately, I can't, like, give a... I don't think it would be somewhat risky to give a tutorial trying to help you how to draw boobs on stream. I'm not entirely sure that's okay with Twitch. Like, even if the character is clothed when you're drawing it, and especially if you're like going to explain how it works and how they fall, and how how to make them not look like removed from the body. That stuff while you're drawing. It's not going to look good for Twitch. Oh, sure, it would be weird, yeah. I'm less worried about being weird. Being weird is fine, I don't care. I'm worried about like Twitch terms of service. Yeah, I assume it has to be okay when sketching, because when you're sketching people, they're kind of, sort of, not clearly wearing clothes. Like, they're not nude either, but a sketch will usually look more not wearing clothes than it is. Actually, a common mistake that people do, like that creates a problem when drawing breasts, is they will draw the sketch naked and then put on clothes. And that's not really how it works, especially for soft body parts. So sometimes people will draw women who look like nude even when they're wearing like a t-shirt. Like the boobs will show way too much through it. They won't seem like constricted at all by the clothes. Maybe they'll be like falling to me, like they won't be supported even when the woman like is wearing a bra, and they should be not in the same shape as if she wasn't. As long as you see the word, she's not like. What about loose clothes though? Yeah, in that case, you would draw like that and then have the clothes flow over it, I guess. Again, like if she's wearing a bra, then it will be very different. But yeah, like I feel sometimes, most often in sketches, I don't like fully draw breasts. Like there isn't really a point. I just make it kind of part of the silhouette. Because I already have it in my mind's eye where stuff's going to go, and I don't need to like go through all that phase of drawing the person nude first. So you can probably go to my streams and see me doing that, or just add a little bit of volume on the sketch in the beginning, and then kind of do the very vague outline. I never really draw the person looking nude at all. Being a Twitch moderator has to be a tricky law. Yeah, I mean you probably have to know like how the rules are applied and what counts and what doesn't. But yeah, but I feel like that's. I even answered like an ask on Tumblr one time about that. Where, like people asked me for suggestions on how to draw women for whatever reason, and. That was one of the first things I said, like, don't overdraw breasts. A lot of starting artists really exaggerate how much they should be visible through most clothes, which they really aren't. And they really outline them way too much, which was a thing I pointed out in Neon's drawing. Like a side that really shouldn't be outlined was outlined. So they just look like a removed thing that's not part of the torso. Yeah, I feel like we've been talking about boobs a bit too long for a Pokemon stream. Let's move on. But also I feel like that's in part because there's way too much art that draws women in kind of a ridiculous way online, and that kind of influences people even if they don't want to draw in that style. It might influence artists just because they see so much of it. And really art, like most of the art, we're not really basing it on real life, we're basing it on other art that we've seen. Because, you know, lines don't exist in real life, it's an abstraction. We're influenced by other artists more so than observation even. So we can pick up kind of bad habits. And you know, there's comic books and stuff where like anatomy works in very specific ways. That's not how it works in real life, to put it in vague terms. And also clothes and tight clothes in comic books it's just an art convention, you know, that either men or women, like superheroes and stuff, their tights don't work like tights. They don't squeeze their body at all. They get into every crevice in ways that it would have no reason to. Like, that's not how elastics work. But it's just convention. Like, they're kind of pseudo-naked in weird ways, and boobs just stand up from the body in a really weird way. That's like they're both wearing a bra and not at the same time. It's weird, like they're neither falling naturally nor do they look like they're inside of a bra. It's weird. And again, like, I'm not criticizing it, I'm not saying they shouldn't draw like that. It's an art convention of the medium, but it can look weird if you apply it to other styles. Like, you don't think it's weird when you see like a cover of a superhero comic, but like if you draw a person that's just wearing like a tight t-shirt in a normal situation like that, it's going to look really weird. With the one I showed you, I really tried to make it look better than it did. However, how it is now is alright, I think. But I tried many different things. At the point I actually thought a naked would work the best right now, but I actually want to upload and show to people. Wow. Like, one thing I would say is, you know, it's fine for none of your drawings ever going to be perfect. You don't have to like fix it before uploading it. Like, even the stuff I said, you don't have to fix that before uploading it. In yours isn't even that case as much. It's just there's specifically like you shouldn't outline them from so high up and like do almost all the way around the line. That makes it look completely removed from the body in a way that it shouldn't. Like, I understand you're thinking like this shape exists, I should outline most of it, but it like is not distinct enough to be worth outlining, right? Like, if you like the bottom is would be kind of folding against the skin in a way that would justify a line there, but as it goes like further up, like the rest of the outline is just kind of a smooth line from the skin. Like, it's relief, like it's already like the volume starting there, but it's not a sharp enough turn that there should be a line, is what I'm trying to say. Like a line, like we only put lines, and lines are abstractions, right? They don't exist in real life. But we only put lines where there's like a sharp relief, and it's not going to be there the whole way around. It's just going to be on the places where like gravity is making it so it folds kind of over itself enough that it justifies it. I don't know. I feel like, again, when you're not like showing it on the drawing, it's kind of hard to say it. And I'd say, you know, look. Your homework is look at boobs, basically. Go look at artists that you like and see where they outline, where they don't. Because, again, lines are made up. You're not going to get the correct way of doing it just from real life. Like I'd say look at real life examples too. But it's kind of a shortcut almost to look at artists and see, you know, where they put an outline, where they don't. And you know, again, there are a lot of people drawing boobs in very weird ways on the internet, but you know, I'm not going to tell you which ones you should and shouldn't. Did I talk to him again? Because I think you have to talk to him again for him to give you the pocket flute. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how you should draw, or that it should be realistic. It's not about being realistic or not, even for whatever style you're going for. I feel like our saying applies, but you know. So now you have the pocket flute. I think let's go to Koga as fast as possible and then go try to get some legendaries. Because there's more Pokemon that we can use. Wait, that's Lavender Town, I just noticed. Yeah, we were in Pokemon Tower. That's in Lavender Town. It's the ghost place. We fought most of these guys already. So yeah, I want to go to Koga as fast as possible to get Surf as fast as possible. Sup Snorlax, I can't... wait, what do I have? What do I want to train with Snorlax? Let's train X. So yeah, I've been in kind of an art block, as I said. I don't know, I'm not being efficient, I'm not liking what I'm doing, so I'm not streaming so much. And I've been having like less time than I wish. So yeah, I haven't gotten to stream as much, but when I do, feel free to drop by and put some drawings and we can like talk more properly. But it's kind of an interesting topic in general. Not just because, like, you know, not because of drawing boobs itself, but because it's like it's a place that people make a lot of weird decisions when they're starting out, when there's a lot of like experienced artists, because it's one of those things that's not like super clear outlines. You have to decide where you're going to outline and where you're going to not outline, and it's a part of like anatomy that you have to realize is not just a shape that's always going to look the same, because it changes a lot with position, it changes a lot with what clothes you're wearing, like, and then you, as you get better, you learn to apply that to all of the body, because the entire body is soft on the surface, pretty much. Even like a muscular character is going to be soft, and it's going to change with positions. But that's a place where you can't like get away with ignoring it. Like you can draw muscles like Akira Toriyama, where they all look like they're made of stone and are flexed at all times and are completely unaffected by clothes, and you know, that is considered more okay. But that's a place where it's really clear that you're doing something wrong. It really stands out that you should realize that the body is soft. and that you shouldn't like outline everything. Another thing with Toriyama, like he outlines every single muscle like it's a single. That's like late Toriyama, which I don't like as much. Like early Toriyama didn't do that, but like late Dragon Ball Z, you know, all the characters have every single muscle outlined, and they all look like hard as stone at all times. Like whether or not a character is flexing their bicep is going to have the same shape and it's going to be completely outlined. Which is another thing that I don't really like. Because even if you're like super threaded or whatever, like your bicep's not going to have like folds around it when it's not even flexed. Like there is no reason to be a line there. Like a complete outline. Could this specific day have 1 more hour? I don't know what you mean by that. Oof, I had to go for a while. I hope I didn't miss too much. Oh, you missed us talking about boobs for entirely too long. Oh, hi, Garlic. What's up? Yeah, we were talking about art. Yeah, you lost the best subject ever. Sorry about that. Saying that it's a part of anatomy that has a lot of pitfalls for early artists. Because it's not always the same shape, it's not all supposed to be outlined. Yeah, I assumed you were kidding around. Oh, it can be switched out. Why? Snorlax doesn't have a arena trap, does it? Anyway, this is bad. We use rest even with full HP. I didn't know I did that. I guess wild Pokemon really is just fully random. Yawn again. So annoying. I'm going to fast forward this a bit. Oh, it has an immunity. I wasn't reading the text. It's immune to poisoning. So okay, it definitely doesn't have a thing to arena trap me because its ability makes it immune to poisoning. Okay. And I can't switch out. I forgot that. Why can't I switch out? I'm just going to reset because this battle is going to take forever. I can't switch out. It won't just kill me. I'm just going to take a different Pokemon. I should have saved before Snorlax. I don't think it's going to like soft lock me. But yeah. Hope I don't get caught. Okay. But yeah. Who do I have in front now? No, the Metroid's too over-leveled. Mysterio can do it. Let's go. As I have Bite now, Bite's really strong. It's special, so it should be a little bit better against Snorlax, I think, than physical attacks. I also have Rage, which should get stronger and stronger. Let's see. Let me try out Rage again. I'll give it one last shot. Although it could break Rage with Yawn. Okay, the Chesto Berry made it immediately wake up. Rage, boop. Headbutt. Ooh, this is doing a lot. Rage again. Snore failed, good. I get to use more Rage. But it really doesn't... It's supposed to get stronger every time you use it. I thought, no, now it got stronger, but that was a crit. Am I tripping? Isn't rage... Isn't the idea that it keeps getting stronger? Because it really doesn't feel like it is. I'm going to check it. Oh, or is rage the one that's stronger when you're damaged? Each time the user is hit. Okay, okay, okay. So it's not even... I was thinking of something else then. So this would really only be useful if I'm getting hit like a bunch of times, because time is hit by like quick attacks. Or if I could heal, which I can't. So yeah, rage is a bad strat. Just gonna reset it and give it another shot because I wanted to have the XPs. Grumpy Rage, let's go. Oh, I sent out Pokémetroid. Ah, sorry about that. A new day has arrived. What? How so? Is it morning for you now? For me? Oh, is it midnight? Oh yeah, got it. Cool. I've been really having bad sleep schedule. I've been sleeping at 2 AM, which I shouldn't on weekdays. And like yesterday, I even woke up at like 8, so like a normal time, and I thought, okay, tonight I'm going to be sleepy at a good time, but I still wasn't. Still slept at 2 AM. I really should have the dark glasses. Well, yeah, okay. Now, I'll just buy it. I don't think glare is worth it, because it's just going to get better from it with rest. So yeah, buy isn't doing as much as I'd hope. Flinch, yeah, I'm hoping for good flinch luck as well. It's just going to run out of rest PP. I wonder how many... Oh, it used Snore successfully. Good job. It flinched, good. Oh god. So annoying. Do I have a status down thing? I should just screech it a bunch with X. Oh, whatever, I'm not going to use it for... Can I switch out? Or can't I switch out ever? Why couldn't X... Oh, I couldn't... I'm an idiot, I forgot. I thought Snorlax was keeping me from switching out. It's because I used Ingrain. I forgot Ingrain has that effect. My country's trying to get rid of daylight savings, but I hope we don't and end up slightly desynced with the rest of the time zone as a result. Like if you choose to stay in winter time, while others pick up summertime. I get that. I guess it's also like a smaller country, so you worry more about stuff around. We dropped daylight savings, and I'm in favor of that. First, because it didn't save any light anymore. It really just wasn't helping with that. Like consumption really didn't go down significantly, because it was largely dependent on like actual light bulbs being the thing that would reduce usage, and light bulbs now use 1/10 of the energy they used to. And also, you know, other stuff like uses no more air conditioner stuff, so doesn't really make a difference. And productivity actually goes down a lot. Critical hit was not good. I'm just going to screech it. Oh, I can't get any lower already. I'm an idiot. Yeah, one shot. So I just shared the XP with everyone. Is there a Professor Z? Oops. Here. So I did like it. I also, you know, it's kind of a problem. Yeah, I have 30. No, only 28. Huh. Gotta get a couple more. Was sure I had 30. What was I saying? Oh yeah. It kind of desyncs within the country between people who live in cities and people who are more rural. Because people in rural areas usually, and with rural jobs especially, ignore daylight savings time. Because like in winter, the sun's already rising later than usual, and then they also push time forwards. So, you know, 6 a.m. it's already going to be dark, and now they made it so it's actually 5 a.m. When it comes to the sun and stuff. So they have to wake up in like night time and have like over an hour of night time when they start working, and that kind of sucks. So they just ignore it, and that desyncs everybody. So that's bad for productivity. Also, people get like kind of jet lagged from it. I wonder if I can like, what could I catch real quick? I wonder. Oh, I didn't get a good rod. I could get a good rod from the guy. I wonder if I skipped or if it's under here. I think it's south still. That would help. I already have one of you. It's even evolved. We're going to get Ridley soon, by the way. It's level 36. The Metro is the only one that's a bit later at level 40. It's okay, I'll just go down there. I'll just come back here later. We're going to have Fly soon. But I think this is the guy that gives you the rod. Yeah. Give me the rod. Good. But I don't think we can fish, like, there's no way we can fish 4 different things, can we? Let's go to key items. Is this key items? Yeah. Super rod, register. Let's go. Come on. What have we got? Horsey, that's good. Can I do something that won't kill you? Rage. Let's use Rage for that. Rage really sucks. Like, when are you going to get hit enough for that to actually become good? Boop. Okay, so that's one. Anything else? I feel like this is definitely not worth it, right? Yeah, we're just going to get a bunch of the same stuff. Screw it. I doubt there even are 4 different new Pokemon in this route. I'm not going to fight the guy to figure out what the item is. Oh, there's nothing here. Dang it. Well, but an Oddish is a new Pokemon. Stuns for, that's bad. But I can't poison it either. Come on. Dang it. What are the odds of you not moving when you're paralyzed? I don't even know. I see that didn't do a lot. Okay. Beep, beep, boop. Got him. So, yeah. Let's heal now. Where is it? Paralyze, heal. So, yeah. It's kind of out of subjects now. Oh yeah, I just started talking about Squid Game, I guess, and didn't get that far into it. But yeah, like, it's pretty good, but I didn't necessarily quite see the enthusiasm about it. It really felt like an anime to me, I guess, because of the one, the kind of broad characters, and two, like the sudden bursts of violence. That feels like a thing that anime do a lot, that people actually find really engaging, and I feel like should probably be replicated. Like Attack on Titan, I feel got a lot of its popularity from it. Like, just let people get to know a few characters, make them pretty simple, so you get what the deal is with each one of them, and then just introduce a thing that's going to very violently kill them off every once in a while. And like, that's a pretty valid formula, and I feel like it works a lot. And there's a lot of anime that kind of do that, like the more violent ones. And I really always felt like Attack on Titan was just kind of that, and it got super crazy popular in the West. So it's not that difficult. There's not even like bashing on it. I feel like that's a valid way to generate engagement. Become me. What's up? Rage. Boop. Okay, oh, I can use Bite now, and even Iron Tail, because it has my stats. Iron Tail shouldn't kill, right? No, it did, because it critted. Dang it. I want a Ditto, come on, give me a Ditto. Eh, whatever. Maybe that's what Game of Thrones was as well, to some extent. I never watched Game of Thrones because it felt like way too big of a time investment. But I feel like the idea that anybody could die at any point was a big part of the draw. I don't know if there's much of the shock value thing of people, of it being really brutal and grim dark about it. Also, like the contrast of like kind of cutesy things, like children's games, killing people, feels very anime to me. But again, might be just me thinking East Asian things. Pop culture, East Asian things are similar. Come on, still not good enough. I want to test when rage becomes decent. Okay, that killed it. Now I'm going to be losing health to poison, so I don't get to test it as much. Come on. I have a revive. If I die, it's fine. It's still so bad. Come on, hit me with something weak again. No, I was just using the smoke screen. Whatever. Yeah, rage sucks. I'm definitely getting rid of it immediately, as soon as I get something else. Body slam is so good though. Like almost everything learns it, and it's like strong. You can paralyze. is like 100% accurate. Am I even going to heal? I guess. I have a ton of healing items. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking earlier about like anime adaptations, like live action adaptations of anime. Have I seen any yet? I don't think so. Because yeah, it never attracts me. I always feel like the anime looks better because it was designed to be drawing. Also with like superhero stuff, comic book stuff, I always think it looks better animated. Like I feel like if they made like an animated X-Men, for example, in with a decent budget, like looking like Korra or Voltron or something like that, semi-realistic, or even like Young Justice. Like it would do crazy good, I feel, because it's a really broad appeal. Like X-Men is super popular. Even like the movies, like the first couple of movies were just decent, and it was super popular because it's just a really good premise and has a bunch of really good characters. But the comics are so hard to get into when there's so much lore, and they got so ridiculous with the comic book stuff of everybody like dying and coming back, and status quo changing and then magically going back, that it really makes it kind of crap to get into. But I feel like a series that took like the best of it from over the years would do really good, because it's so much more suited to serialization than movies. But it's difficult. I feel like nobody ever made a series because it would require like special effects, and it would be expensive, or either be expensive or look super goofy. But they should do it animated. I don't know why they always feel like they need to do live action. I can probably just just fight against like the guys from Koga here and evolve Ridley. This guy looks away, right? Look away. What I really like about anime is low quality shots, because the characters are like too far away. Yeah, people sometimes are actually kind of unfair with stuff, because they pick like in between shots where the character is really far away, so the lines are really thick and their face is like two dots in a line. They're like, oh, look how bad this looks, but it can be kind of unfair. But yeah, I just really like how animation looks, and oftentimes stuff just looks better in animation. I don't feel like that's necessarily the case for Bebop, which is why I'm not as opposed to it as some other stuff, but I still tend to think, because I like animation. Like my tolerance for watching like bad plots is way bigger for animation, because I just like looking at 2D animation. I just think it looks pretty, so I watch stuff that isn't that good just because it's animated, more so than I'd watch bad series, bad like live action series. But yeah, I really haven't watched any, I think, live action anime. They do so much stuff. They were doing like Mob Psycho. Like, why would you do Mob Psycho? Like, there's so much personality to the way that it's drawn. It's going to lose so much just by being people. And then, there's the whole like psychic stuff that's going to be really bad to making live action. So I really don't get it. It feels like it just subtracts from it. It's actually weird to think that Disney has Marvel, and you'd think like Disney having Marvel would result in a bunch of animated stuff. But I really don't think there have been like any very high profile stuff. There's like kids shows in kids TV, but nothing that they try to make like all audiences, and and, like put in like give a lot of like put a big spotlight on, like they do the live action series. They make like a bunch of live action series, and not that much animated. Like you'd think they'd take some of these properties that they can't fit as well in like the movie universe and just make it animated. But I don't think they have. But the main thing is X-Men, because X-Men never made any sense in the Marvel universe. Like people are bigoted against X-Men and not against X-Men, against mutants. And will still like other superheroes and like not assume that they're mutants. Like mutants exist in your world. They have since pretty much forever. And then like Spider-Man shows up and they're like, oh, it's a superhero, it's a guy with superpowers. Like they don't immediately assume it's a mutant. Like why wouldn't you? You don't know the Spider-Man's origins. How would they not assume that every single superhuman in the world is a mutant? When that's the only way you're aware of for superhumans to come to be, and they are completely indistinguishable from other superheroes. Like why wouldn't they just think everyone is a mutant, and why wouldn't they be bigoted against every superhero then? Like it never made much sense, and especially it wouldn't make sense to like retroactively say mutants existed and nobody ever talked about it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I really feel like they should just make an animated series. It's just what makes most sense. Because it's Disney. You used to animate things. Used to be like the main thing you did. So, what shall we do? Iron Tail, maybe? Didn't work. Let's try again. Boom. My main thing with Koga is just I'm going to use everybody. I'm just going to switch them out when I lose accuracy. Because everybody's going to want smoke screen me. I got really bad Iron Tail luck though. Red by poison and that will take me out. So, what do we do? Let's put Core X. I feel like this one didn't have anything that wasn't poison. So hopefully I can like set up with no cost. Oh, it used Hyper Potion, okay. I should, if I lose this, I'm looking for other stuff for Core X to use. Yeah, let's just aerial ace forever, I don't care. Oh, that was a crit. That's not good. Because I feel like I can live Coffin forever. I can just stall him. Because I'm going to get health back as fast. No, I'm not getting it as fast as he deals out damage. Yep, and there's self-destruct. It one-shot me. I thought I had enough HP for that. I'm under-leveled. Well, so two down to the Coffin is not a great start. I'm not going to set up Screech. I'm going to just body slam everybody and hope for... Ooh, that was a great, that's not great. And hope for paralysis, because... Yeah, okay. At this point, I'm sure Shockwave's better. This has high defense and high evasion. Ooh, Shockwave's so weak. Okay, Shockwave's weaker than I thought. Dragon Rage then. At least that way I can get past the... Yeah, I'm going to lose for sure. Even if I like... Oh no, Shed Skin makes it super good against Toxic because it never gets to build up. Oh, the Hyper Potion just sucks. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to think of a different tactic here. It's not working out. Mug's a problem because it raises its own evasion rather than lowering yours, so switching won't fix it. So yeah, that was a very decisive loss to Koga here. Let's see what we have TM-wise. Anything that's good against poison? Could teach dig. Am I really teaching dig to Corex? Oh, I can also teach it to Ridley. But I'm teaching it to Corex because aerial ace is so useless in its hands. Like, okay, I can hit people with high evasion. Doesn't really matter if you're not doing any damage. So let's try this out. I feel like it can really outlast the early ones at least. And there's a chance the coffin will like self-destruct. I'm doing ingrain first of all, so I get back the damage from sludge, and then I'm reflecting just so self-destruct doesn't kill me. Yep, just barely survived. Okay, so that's something. I thought I would do better with the reflect, but I'm just gonna dig then. Oh, I didn't realize how overleveled Koga was. This is why I'm having such a hard time. Yeah, just gonna dig. Oh, I'm still faster. I'm not really slow. Makes sense. It's literally like a pile of goop. Missed, hit it with dig, that does nothing. Yeah, this is probably impossible at this level. Just way under leveled. Just gonna do other stuff first. I just wanted to... I really wanted to be able to use Surf already outside of battle. What shall we do then? Screech is pointless because if I Screech, then Body Slam is just gonna... It's gonna miss. I'm just gonna Body Slam a bunch. Yeah, I got the paralysis. Maybe now Screeching is worth it. Because it can lose, at least it won't be able to do stuff every turn. Poison sucks. I missed even, oh, I'm missing Screech, that's bad. At least Shed Skin fixed it. Come on, get paralyzed a bunch. That is, there's no point. I would die later anyway. Yeah, I'm not ready for Kog, unfortunately. I underestimated how big of a level difference this is. I'm getting out of here. Right, I'm gonna go. See you later, Neon. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty close to my time as well, but 12 minutes. It's half past midnight. See ya. See ya. Hopefully next time we can talk about arts. How do I get out of here? Did I avoid this guy? Yep, I had. Oh well. Okay, what's up? Arbok. Yeah, like his people in his gym are my level, but he is just way too high. Oh, a few days ago I watched your VOD about Metroid tier list. I'm so glad you like Dread. The game is awesome. Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Like the main thing I was hoping for with Dread, and not that optimistic on, was that it wasn't like super linear like Sam's Returns. But it really wasn't, not the same way. Like the map's a lot more open, and as I said, it guides you a lot. Like I feel they really didn't want people to be lost ever. So usually, like by the when you get a power up that lets you like get through a new obstacle, you either like be pushed immediately past one of those obstacles and following that path leads to progression and like the next item, or you just went through one and now you're going to walk back and immediately see it. So like you always have a path forwards, like a new path forwards right in front of you pretty much all the time. Oh, if it's going to be attacking with needle point, I can... Oh no, I was going to say I could win the war of attrition, but I'll start missing as well. Oh no, I always doesn't miss. Oh, that was a powerful critical hit. I'm just going to keep this going. I don't care. Oh no, Swift. Swift is very powerful. Okay, I'm going to have to switch out. So yeah, it guides you a lot, but it's not really like if you don't go through the same passage, and if you already played the game once and you know the stuff, like what's where, you can just go, no, I'm not going to go to the obvious next thing, I'm going to go to the other thing that I can also do now. And you can go off the beaten path and get some stuff a bit earlier than if they like pushed you around. And there's a lot of like intentional stuff, like super missiles and super missiles, bombs, and screw attack are very clearly like programmed in, like the intentional skips, and like it's intentional for it to be able to get them early. For various reasons, you can tell that's the case, and they are all stuff that makes you like kind of progress faster. If you have those things, you get to like kill enemies faster and move around more easily. So it's kind of fun to get them early. Also, like the gravity suit. Also, pretty sure that was intentional, and you can get it early. And I feel that makes it faster to get it first, to get it earlier than kind of if you just follow the obvious path. Like my second playthrough was a little over half the time in my first one, despite never getting lost in the first one, because the game really doesn't want you to get lost. And I feel like it's in good part. Like also, I didn't go to a lot of areas. I didn't, I just progress faster. You're always going to in your second playthrough, but I feel like it's also faster to skip some of them. Some I don't feel like it is at all faster, but some are. Some is just kind of for fun. Yeah, the hints to proceed are very clear on where to proceed. I found that it was very well designed. My favorite zone was Burenia. I'm not going to remember zones by name. Which one is that? It's not the water one. This is the water one. Okay. I thought it was and I thought it wasn't. Yeah, the water one is pretty cool. I like how you go like way deep down. And like in the first playthrough, like when you're going, where the game kind of leads you, it does make you go through water which something like Super Metroid, for example, kind of doesn't do. There's a couple moments with water, but you basically only go into water-heavy zones when you can already. What am I going to do? Body slam. It makes you go through with like limited water motion, and kind of you get to experience that, and then like move fully freely in the water. That was really good. I kind of wish it also made you go into like hot zones a little bit more, but hot zones drain your health so fast in this game. Like in Super Metroid, it's super possible to get a bunch of stuff that's behind hot zones. Pretty much, you can go pretty much anywhere in Super Metroid. Like the virus suit is actually optional, even though there are points where you can very easily get soft lock and stuff, so it's not safe, and the game kind of doesn't want you to. But the virus suit kind of drains your health pretty slowly, and if you're good about like finding places to farm enemies, or just killing the enemies on your way and getting power-ups and moving fast through the environment, you can get through a lot in Super. Should we fight Sabrina? Maybe we should just fight Sabrina. I guess I could go up the cycling path and fight Sabrina, right? No, I can go up the cycling path. This doesn't happen. The cycling path is only down. And I don't have fly yet. Yeah, I thought I could just go straight to Koga, but I couldn't, and now I'm kind of I'll just do Safari Zone, and then there's a good place to cut. I can even, like, between streams, I can just kinda move somewhere else and spare you guys the travel, if I feel like that's necessary, if I feel that I can't just beat Koga. So let's do just Safari Zone real quick. Then we'll have a bunch of Pokemon, and we'll be able to get stuff from Eats. Because yeah, I'm like 4 minutes away from it. I'll go a little over time. I set myself 2 hours, but I'm 4 minutes away from that. Let's just do Safari Zone, go a little bit over time, but not too much. Oh, I should also get a bunch of items here, because I assume a few of them are going to be TMs, and we're very interested in TMs because of X. I can even get like another X if I want for a while, just to have when we find wild X's. It would also be cool, like, if we made more Pokemon, it would be cool to have, like, stone evolutions. For, like, we could make X's with stone evolutions, like, since X can absorb pretty much anything. You could make it that you can make, like, a grass X or something like that. I'm just throwing balls every turn, because I usually don't see much of a point. Like, if you throw rocks, they can run away. They're more likely to run away, but it's easier to catch, and food's like the other way around. So I feel like you're kind of, you know, switching one odd for the other, and wasting a turn doing so. So, you know, you're not actually better off, and you used up a turn, so I'd rather just use balls every turn. It's just, at least that's the way I see it. Boop. There we go. Netherland, I think like we're already at 30 now, maybe, or 29 at least. I'm going like kind of straight to the end, then I can kind of backtrack. I just want to make sure that I make it to the end. But we didn't get to see Ridley this time. I thought we were going to evolve all the way to Ridley. Oh well. I am making them a bit shorter because, again, I'm kind of busy with commissions and I feel bad about playing too many video games and I have commissions to do. Oh, I didn't mean that. Oh no, we didn't catch the Nidorina. I thought we did. Alright. Okay, that we did catch. Bye. And here's the final area. Let's get this. What's its gold teeth? And double team. And can I fish the Dratini, or do I have to? Surf is probably a good thing to give X because it's a pretty strong move of a type that I don't really have, and I'm not really spending anything because A-Gems are infinitely reusable. I wonder if fishing is free in the Safari Zone too. It's always a thing that I have wondered. Does it count as like a step? Even if it counts as a step, it should be pretty cheap. Ooh, King. Sea King. That's right. Boop, boop. Nope. Watch me carefully. Here you go, another one. Boop, boop. Almost had it. Flat. Oh well. Sea King's probably pretty tough. Another one. Just gonna throw another ball. Got him. Okay, that's going to be the last one, otherwise I'm going to be here kind of forever. Yeah, bye. I don't think you can even get Dratini. Well, Dratini is that special, it's just another number in the Pokédex. Because we can't use it, but I don't know. Execute, let's go. Oops. And got it. I feel like I'm having pretty good catch luck. Although we're not seeing that many of the difficult ones. This, I already have a Paris. Paris feels so weird, there's so many like strong high level Pokemon here, and then there's Paris. Should I go this way? Do I get that item this way? No, I don't. Oops. Oh, here we have a big boy. Man, it's so hard to concentrate at work. I really want to play Fire Emblem right now, yeah? I was saying I have that very specifically with Fire Emblem. I don't usually have like a hard time focusing on stuff. And not like because I really want to play games and playing too many games. But Fire Emblem really does it to me. I don't know. I have to like set myself daily limits. Like I'll only do 2 missions in a day, right? Or 2 attempts. Otherwise you can just fail and keep playing. Because otherwise I use way too much time with it. Oh, Quick Claw is really good. I'm glad I I just managed to get it. I'm glad I got it. I'm actually going to do these things right now, just so I don't forget for last time. I'm going to teach Surf to X over Aerial Ace. Because we're going to also have Ridley as a flyer now, so it wouldn't even be coverage. And I'm going to give Quick Claw to somebody. Oh, this is key items. Where is the Quick Claw? Let's give this to... Should we give it to whom? Film Mysterior is more the glass cannon. Corax supposed to be there for the long haul anyway. So yeah, that's good, that's good. By the way, what level is Mysterior? 35. You could so easily evolve it. Shall we just evolve it just for the end of the stream, just to give people something? Let's just fight some people on Koga, evolve Mysterior, and then next time on Dragon Ball Z we're gonna actually fight Koga. Sirius first in line, right? Yeah, good. Let's just fight everybody. Worst thing is that I'll be getting Shin Megami Tensei 5 tomorrow, and it will be hell. I probably won't be playing that until January though. Yeah, I kinda... Shin Megami 5... Is that the one for the Switch already? Or is it 3DS? I thought 3DS one was 4. I don't know, like the main series. These games like Final Fantasy, you don't know how many main series ones there are, what counts and what doesn't. I still haven't played the 3DS one. Still have to do it. Like I played other Shin Megami Tensei games, like I played like Devil Survivor and strange journey, and also played less, but I kind of just started and never really got that far on uh, Devil Summoner Cell Hacker. It's for the Switch, yeah, so far it's for the 3DS, but I didn't start for, which is clearly like higher budget and stuff, especially because and here's Ridley, by the way. Ta-da! So we can end the stream on the note of Ridley just evolved. Yeah, so I've played like a bunch of spin-offs on 3DS, but not the actual like new installment in the series. But maybe I should play Nocturne. I got kind of scared off by how people say how they're super hard. Like, I find Shin Megami Tensei to be kind of hard already. Sometimes I feel like I have to grind and I don't enjoy that. Like Persona being the exception, Persona's pretty easy. But I'm kind of afraid that it's going to be grindy, that I'm going to fail way too much. Because people keep saying how difficult Nocturne is. So yeah, take care. See you around. Till next time, everybody. Next time, Ridley will get his revenge. We'll try Koga again. I don't want to backtrack. I just want to fight Koga. Yeah, I really didn't have like a TM for him. An Earthquake isn't Cinnabar, so gonna be kind of tough. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.